Well, yeah, sure. You hear all this talk about not losing your soul, don't sell your soul. But the problem is that people don't know why your soul is important. Nobody teaches what the soul of a human being even does or what it's responsible for. So there's no official education on what the human soul even does. And because there is no education really about it, people don't understand why they should value their soul. So I'm going to give you some cliff notes, okay? My name is Stephanie Michaels. I'm the founder and CEO of the Stephanie Michaels Software Company. On July 9th, a few days ago, I won a very big case against 3800 Main, owner LP. I launched this lawsuit over 2 years ago on May 23rd, 2025, almost 2 years ago. On May 23rd, 2025, I filed a lawsuit against 3800 Main, and they were served, and the process began. It's been quite a process. I represented myself, I acted as my own witness, and God also was my witness. I went single-handedly against a multi-million-dollar corporation and their attorneys, and I defeated them. You've seen the audios. I uploaded the audios because a lot of you tend to disbelieve everything that I say. I say something, you guys, your first impression is, that's not true. So I record everything so that you can see and hear for yourselves, okay? Eventually, maybe you'll start to believe me when I say things. But I understand because everybody is a liar these days. And so because everybody's usually lying, they assume I'm also always lying. Okay. So the reason it's so hard for people to believe me when I say things is because they are liars. The people that are always lying about everything, of course, they're going to find it hard to believe others, those of us that actually tell the truth. So how did I win this lawsuit? I won this lawsuit because of God. It's as simple as that. God was the judge. I prepared and I won. Make no mistake, I am a Christian and I do believe that God is the final judge. However, faith without works is dead. So you cannot just pray and then do nothing and expect things to happen. That's not how the Bible works. If I have a math test, I can't just get on my knees and pray and say, oh God, please help me pass my math test. And then I go take a nap. And then on the day of the test, I expect to pass. That's not how things work. Faith plus works equals good results. I have to study for the test. I have to prepare for the test. I don't just show up on the day of the test and expect to have perfect results just because I have faith. No. I have to do my part. Humans have to do their part. And when you do all you can as a human being, God will do the rest. Okay. So, you heard the audios. I gave the defense the opportunity to choose the jury. They chose the jury, the 6 people that they believed would help them win the case. I let them choose who would judge over this case. And they chose their own jury. And they lost with a jury they chose. Let that sink in. They lost unanimously. Unanimously. I put the audio there for you to hear. The judge himself said it was unanimous. All 6 people that the defense chose to judge said they were wrong. After hearing the evidence presented by both sides, the jury that they chose decided they were wrong. I defeated an experienced attorney that has been practicing law since 1997. You heard him say it. You heard him say, Bob Bone, attorney since 1997. I was 7 years old. In 1997, I was 7 years old. I defeated this man and their entire corporation by myself with the help of God. Now, I've taken my victory lap. I've done my victory dance. I'm excited, okay? Let's talk about your soul and why these people keep losing. Why is God making an example out of these people in this generation, in this satanic generation? Here's what you guys have to understand, and I've said this to you many times, but it doesn't seem that some of you are believing. Hopefully now you're starting to believe. This is still God's world. The devil may be in charge of some things, but he has limits. At the end of the day, this is still God's world. And when demonic people overplay their hand and get too arrogant and start thinking they'll never lose, that the system is for them, when demonic people start thinking the system is rigged for them, that's when God raises up someone like me to remind them that this is still God's world. And you can be as demonic as you want, but here's the thing with demonic people. When you let a demonic person go unchecked for too long, when a demonic corporation or demonic people go unchecked for too long, they get arrogant and they start overplaying their hand. And that's when I recorded that footage of that Hispanic man following me around on the street illegally while wearing his company's logo. While wearing the company's logo, after hours, following me on the street. How stupid do you have to be? But you see, this is how the devil sets people up. People think if they align themselves with Satan, somehow they'll win in life. What they don't know is that the Bible never says that the devil is on your side. There is nowhere in the Bible that says the devil is on your side. What the Bible does say is that Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy you. Yes, you, the very one that has placed your faith in the satanic system. Yeah, that system will kill, steal, and destroy you. There is not a single human being who aligns themselves with the devil that ends up going to paradise. It will kill, steal, and destroy you. There is no paradise for you. So when you sell your soul to the devil because you want the kingdoms of this world, here's what happens, okay? You lose your soul. And like I said, you don't know what that means because it's really not your fault. Nobody explains what the soul is and why it's important. So I'm going to end this video with some education for you about your soul. Here's what the soul of a human being does. Your soul is responsible for your emotions, your attitude, your behavior, your memories, your beliefs. That is the soul of a person. You've heard of soul music, right? You've heard of soul food. Your soul is essentially who you are. That's where the identity of a person is formed. Your belief system is formed in the soul. Okay? So when you align yourself, and make no mistake, don't get caught up in this belief that you can be neutral. This is one of the greatest tricks of the devil, convincing you that you can be neutral. For those of you who say, oh, I don't even believe in the devil, you're fooling yourself. There is no neutrality. There is no such thing as I'm neutral. I don't believe in Satan or God. Oh, you believe. You believe. Because there's only two sides. Either you are for God, and if you're not for God, then by default, you are for the devil to use. There are only two sides, only two types of people: those who are used by the devil and those who are used by God. There is no third option. Sorry to tell you. So, when you allow yourself to be indwelt by demonic spirits, what happens is they control or take over and override your soul. That is why you have bipolar people, personality disorders. All mental illness comes from the devil and demonic spirits. So when you can't control your emotions, people that are hot and cold, flip-floppy, extreme personality disorders, yeah. When you are controlled or influenced by spirits that are demonic, it affects your memories. This means you will now misremember things. That's why I started recording everything, because demonic people love to rewrite history. Demonic people love to lie and claim the truth is not the truth. Demonic people love to flip things, and they will say good people are bad and bad people are good. That's one of the main signs that you're dealing with someone who is satanically aligned. One of the main tells that somebody is aligning themselves with the devil is when they start to flip good and evil. A person that cannot judge what is good from evil, and they flip it, and suddenly good people are bad and bad people are good. That is biblical. It's in the book of Revelations. Woe unto those who call good evil and evil good, who mix salt for sugar and sugar for salt. That behavior, demonic. Demonic. So when you see people who are just confused and they claim there is no right or wrong, bad is good, and good people should be treated poorly, that's somebody who is not neutral. That's satanic. So what is your soul and what is it responsible for? Your soul is your emotions. The devil controls your emotions when he controls your soul. Your soul is responsible for your memories. You will misremember facts. All of a sudden, you'll start claiming that the ancient Egyptians are white. When you misunderstand and try to reverse the truth, when you start lying too much and claiming the ancient Egyptians are white, you know that person is demonic, because that's obviously not true. Ancient Egyptians are black. They're Africans in Africa. They're black. So when you start lying all the time, you have a demonic issue. That's a demonic problem. Because Jesus is the way, the truth, the truth and the life. When you have somebody who can't tell the truth and is always trying to pervert the truth, that is a demonic issue. That's not a small white lie. That's a demonic issue. You have issues, serious problems. Paradise is not for you. You lie too much about things you don't even need to lie about. So, this is what happens to people who think they are neutral. People who don't believe in God and don't believe in the devil. Well, the devil believes in you, and he's using you because you don't have the Holy Spirit. You don't have the protection of Christ. So you are an easy target. It's easy to control your thoughts. It's easy to dwell inside of you and use you as a vessel to tell lies, to promote evil, all the while pretending you don't believe. In public, you'll say you don't believe. A lot of business people are like this. They don't believe, oh, business is neutral. There is no devil here. Lies. Why would the devil not be in your business? Of course he's in your company. Of course he's there. There is no neutral environment. The devil goes to church. Most of the pastors preaching are demonic. So if the devil is in church, why would he not be at your company, influencing the CEO? Why would he not possess the CEO of your company when he's possessing pastors on the pulpit? Why do you guys think you're neutral? Who told you that you can be neutral? The Matrix tried to tell you, if you're not one of us, you're one of them. You've been told this in so many movies, but people don't get it. There is no neutral. By not choosing Christ, you have chosen your side. And I'm telling you right now, the losing side is the devil's. Do some research on why your soul is important and make the right choices. Best of luck to you.